Ham Geeks, welcome to HamBrief episode 25. I'm your host, N7ICE, and if you're not following me on Twitter, shame on you. You can reach me at twitter.com/Chris Matthieu. Matthieu's Matthieu. Look at it, it's on the bottom of the screen. So sign up and follow me. I'd appreciate it. You'll see all sorts of deals I stumble upon, ham news, etc. So check it out. Hey, I don't know if you realize this, but 73s.org and QRZ.com are headquartered in the same city, Phoenix, Arizona. So, of all people I bumped into at the HamFest, Fred Lloyd, QRZ.com, meets 73s.org. We've got an interview for you. Check it out. Of all people, I'm walking around this HamFest, of all people to meet up with, but the godfather, I call him, of ham radio on the web. Who are you?
My name's Fred Lloyd, AA7BQ, founder of QRZ.com.
What a fantastic site. I mean, yours was the first site I've ever stumbled on years and years ago with ham radio, and it's like one of the most popular, heavily trafficked ham radio sites on the web.
Yeah, it started as a hobby. You know, it wasn't something that I started out of any real purpose other than just being interested myself in getting a copy of the call sign database, which 15 years ago came on reel-to-reel tape from the government.
And you kind of had a business, it seems like, going where you would create call sign databases, right?
Right.
You'd sell them like CD-ROMs or something?
Well, yeah, the first thing was I got the tape, and then I made little tapes, copies of the big tape for $20, and then 6 months later it was time for a new one, and I decided to put it on CD, and that was sort of like the beginning of a dynasty there on CD. And then shortly after that I started a dial-up bulletin board.
Wow.
With the call sign database online, and then when the internet became available, I moved it over to the internet, and that was about in the 1993 time. You know, when I got QRZ.com, it didn't cost anything to register a domain name. It was free.
Oh, wow.
And,
so that would have been like 94-ish, 3-ish, something
around,
like that? Really early.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember your call sign databases. You were always the leader in that. I mean, there might have been one or two other ones that were kind of along, in your space, but you were always out there.
Yeah, there are other databases. You know, there were some good ones out there. The Radio Amateur Call Book, the Flying Horse, the Buckmaster.
Yeah, the Buckmaster. They're always advertising.
There was one called, what was it, Sam's or something? I don't know. There was a few of them, and you know, mine has always been user supported, and it's the internet that made mine what it is, really.
Well, what I think is so cool about QRZ is that it's really got an international flair. So I mean, it's not just a U.S. call sign database.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, we have, it's about, I'd say, close to 50% DX call signs in it, and by and large, most of those were contributed by the users themselves. So I guess the nice thing about that is that the people on QRZ are, by and large, all active hams, especially the DX ones.
I find that too, and what's cool is that yours is like the database for all international. I mean, if you're just looking for a call sign, US or not, I mean, that's like always the first place everyone goes to look.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it was about 6 or 7 years ago. I was on a vacation, and I was way out in the South Pacific, and I had a little tiny shortwave radio with me, and I'm sitting there on the beach listening to ships talking to each other. One of them goes, yeah, check me out on QRZ, and I thought, you know, I guess there's no escaping this now.
Nope, you're in it for the ride. Yeah, you know, and people's photos are in there too. So like while they're QSOing, you know, you can look them up. And I know 73s.org, we use your API, and if someone's not a 73s.org member, we tap in and we can see your photos, the photos through your site too. So that's really helpful for us.
Yeah, well, I'm a programmer. I'm a software guy, and so that's what I do. I'm known online much more than I am actually on the air. I got on the radio yesterday, and some fellow came back to me and said, "Oh my God, is it really you?" It's been a while since I've been on the air, but I'm trying now. So.
Now, let me ask you a very important question, because we've had a lot of discussion about this on 73s, about the term geek. I consider myself a ham geek. I consider that a compliment. What do you consider the term like a ham geek a compliment or not?
It depends on who you're talking to. I think if it's anyone under 20 years old, yeah, you're a geek. But I don't consider it a derogatory term. I'm a computer geek, and a ham geek, and an electronics geek, and a mechanic, and I'm just a general fix anything kind of a person. So
I consider that kind of a mastery of skills. To be called a computer geek is really a compliment. You're really someone thinks that you're very knowledgeable on that topic.
Yeah, it works for me. Yeah, that's for a long time. Yeah.
That's awesome. So what are your plans for QRZ? Do you have, I know it keeps growing in membership, your forums are very active. What else are you doing with the site?
Well, the forums are very active, and yet people might be surprised to know that they're only about 10% of the actual web traffic at QRZ.
Wow.
By and large, it's the call sign database. It's always been the call sign database. It's been the biggest thing at QRZ, and so my future enhancements are going to enhance the database. I just released a new enhancement this week, which allows people online to sign each other's page, sort of a guest book for our subscribers, and that's taken off very quickly. I expect that to continue to grow, and so any future enhancements really are going to center around the call sign data.
That's awesome. You also have a classified section too, I think, or do they just put them in the forums when they have things for sale?
Well, I use the forums to implement classifieds, and we have maybe 100,000 things for sale. In other words, a history of 100,000 things. So it's quite a bit. Yeah.
That's very cool. Are you guys? I saw you signed up for Twitter.
I did.
Yeah. What are you thinking about that so far?
I haven't had a lot of time to mess with it. I certainly don't have any time to read it. And my intent was to scribble on it on a daily basis to show people, tell people what I'm doing to sort of illustrate how boring, being a webmaster really is. But I haven't followed through, so it's pretty much a dead horse right now.
Yeah, people a lot of times have all this grandeur that the guy behind the scenes is like has all this fun, but it's a lot of work to build a site and maintain it and the traffic and.
Well, I got laid off from my corporate job 2 years ago, and ever since then I've been working QRZ full time. It's something that I do 7 days a week.
Wow.
There's never a day that I don't log in and check email, ever. Even when I go on vacation, it's with a laptop in hand. I am tied to it, but it's one of those things that I enjoy, I really truly enjoy. It's one of those jobs where, I can't believe I actually earn my living doing something I like so much.
Yeah, it's definitely a lifestyle, and you can tell you're passionate about it. The site continues to grow and become even better, more popular, and it's just part of the culture, I think, of ham radio anymore. So that's really exciting to see that.
Well, I'm happy to do it, and I'm happy that I'm able to do it, and I'm very, very thankful to all the hams that log in and support QRZ. It's been great, and I intend to keep it that way.
And to have a 3-letter call sign, like you said, you got in really early to do that. And I think with 73s.org and now .com, I don't know if you heard, we bought the .com version of 73s.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was really lucky. Both opportunities were lucky. People had just forgot to renew the .org, and it was open, and I jumped on it. And I know I get a lot of flack on your site. Your people on QRZ really don't like the S at the end of 73, and I understand. Historically, maybe 73. It's a charter for CW.
They've got too much time on their hands. Come on, It's just like the punctuation and spelling police.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Come on.
It used to get me at first. Now I'm just so excited to share, what we're doing in the ham space, and I just put a post, and if there's a negative comment about the S, oh well, it doesn't bother me anymore, but it used to really get me. Because you hear that so frequently on the radio. I mean, 73s, I hear it about 50-50, and I think just people just say what they want to say.
I'm not getting a lot of 88s, in case you're wondering.
Well, anything else you want to say, Fred?
No, just thanks a lot for stopping by QRZ, and I'm going to be sure and check out some more of that 73s.com.
Thank you so much. It was so nice to meet with you out here. Thank you very much. Keep on rocking. Keep on keeping on. QRZ.com.
Thanks.